Hi and welcome. This is our Vampire the Masquerade stream, The Interludes, and my name is Katrina. And before we start this evening's story, I would like to introduce my single player for this interlude.
Hi, I'm Ty. I'm playing Christopher Masters, a 10th generation Ventru.
And that's it. This interlude this evening is going to be the story of Amber. And if you don't know who Amber is, well, in just a few moments, you will be reacquainted with her, as Christopher has changed the course of her life quite dramatically in the end of season 2. We're going to go back in time from the last prelude to approximately 4 days or 4 nights after the end of season 2, as Chris makes that phone call to Amber to meet up. We're going to go directly to the scene, into the Ophelia Marie Masters estate. Early in the evening, 9 o'clock.
Welcome. Come in. And I think I'm gonna lead her up to the sunroom upstairs to avoid the living room where things happened.
What did you tell her in the phone call before to get her to meet you?
I told her we need to talk about what happened for both our sakes, because I fear that not everything is over.
She gives you a very short, muttered yes, and agrees to meet you 9 o'clock at Ophelia's estate, now your estate. The bloody, gory scene that transpired a mere fortnights before is cleaned up and as it never were. As she enters, dressed in a long black leather coat, army boots, her hair looks a little bit less colourful, like of the green tones in her hair. She looks fatigued, tired, frustrated.
Chris is dressed down a bit. He's wearing a black polo turtleneck shirt and some gray dress pants, but not like not like the super expensive dress pants. And that's pretty much it. Wearing some just wearing socks, very continental of him.
Very casual.
Habit picked up in
Paris.
in Evil City, which is looking more and more alluring for every day.
As Amber enters the estate, you feel the ever-presence of JJ as she looms from another corner of the first floor, ever watching, ever vigilant.
And for a second, seeing Amber back here, he also feels the weight of responsibility over for Miss Fairchild, who is in the, what should we say, bedroom downstairs.
Getting to grips with her new existence.
Yeah.
Also, the dooming word of Nikita rings in your ears as you stare at Amber. When you think you're safe and you feel love, I will be there.
Do not form any attachment to anyone. Have nothing in your life you're not willing to leave in 30 seconds flat if you spot ghosts around the corner.
Yeah.
That's a new dictum.
Yeah, because immediately when you see Amber, it brings compassion to you. She didn't choose this, like you didn't choose. Well, you did, but not so much in the beginning.
No. Plus, I remembers her the way she was bleeding out on the brink of death in the tunnels, and the evil lair of the dark enemy. Yep. So yeah. So it's and plus if you. I mean, sure, technically the blood bond only extends one way, and so she's only like one step blood bond to him, but still, there's a sense of responsibility with that as well.
Course. She walks in. She looks around.
Let's go up to the first floor.
So you go up to the TV area upstairs.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah.
She.
Can I get you anything?
No. I'm good. She sits.
Please sit.
She doesn't cross her legs. She sits almost hunched, legs apart, arms between her legs, almost like picking at her fingernails.
We had a short conversation before, but I feel we need to address the situation more thoroughly. I am sorry for what happened. I am most sorry. But ignoring it will not help the situation. And there are choices you must make, I'm afraid.
I figured as much.
I don't know where to begin. About what happened here. As I told you, certain of the creatures that those evil two spawned apparently still exists, now freed from their master's will to cause havoc and harm. Not that I don't think you can take care of yourself, but be careful.
It's strange. When I was under the magical control over, she called herself Nikita. I think just because I have that magical thing within me as well, it's like I can still feel her. Like she, as well as you, left something in me.
I'm saddened to hear that. Be careful. I have no idea what the creature is, but I did know who she was when she was alive, and she was most dangerous then. She was a Russian mob enforcer. Assassin.
Yes, it's she.
Bodyguard.
I don't know if you'll feel kinship or the opposite. It's the same way I feel with you. I don't know if I feel kinship or quite the opposite.
When it comes to our relationship, it is because of what happened in those tunnels. When I gave you my blood to save you from the wounds, it creates a bond between us. One, how to describe it? It links us. It ties us together both physically through the blood, but also spiritually.
Would it fade? Is it permanent?
It'll fade. But as it fades, and this is the problem, this is why I needed to talk to you. As it fades, you will feel a taste of that which our kind has, a hunger, a physical desire for more, and it can be quite difficult to go cold turkey without help. So if you wish to have it, to kick it, to have it fade, to make it go away, you should have help. I will gladly to help and assist you in providing you a safe place to, what shall we say, for a lack of better word, detox. But I can understand if you do not wish to accept that help, but in that case I urge you to seek the help of your friends, because you might not react completely rational. However, there are certain, how shall I say, benefits
I am aware.
to the gift.
I have noticed change.
Physical, you'll be stronger, you will be able to heal
Quicker.
wounds, yes, and also you will not age, not one day.
It's She gets up abruptly. It's complicated, Christopher. One part of me wants to eradicate all of your kind, if I could, with a snap of my fingers. On the other hand, I'm not so sure anymore if that's the right way to go about it. What killed
If you could
her is quite clearly much older and viler than even your kind.
I believe whatever that thing was, it transcended what my kind was. I must have made some sort of either deal or become the pawn of something much older and darker. As for your instinct to kill vampires, I can understand that. But trust me, and when I say it's a war that, if it could be won, would cost immensely. And the chaos that would ensue would be detrimental to all mortals. I'm not just saying this for self-persuasion. I say it because I believe it in my heart that controlled order, to rule with laws that protect and disciplinaries us to and judge us if we violate mortals is the way to go about it.
My opinions have changed since, well, it started that night in the tunnels. My black and white view of your kind has shifted. And now I think if I am to reach my goal, I think it's a necessary evil. That I don't refuse whatever you want to call what you have given to me. Gift, curse, state.
It goes by many names. It has both pros and cons, as I said, but whether it be a gift or a curse, I do thoroughly believe that would be up to you and how you view it and use it. And know that whenever you wish to stop, whenever you would wish to withdraw, I will be there to help. Your choices, your decisions, your body.
Right now, because I have that opportunity to leave it, shall I deem it not necessary to reach my goal, I will do so. For now, I need to follow the white rabbit. I think it's important. I don't know why. It's that lingering feeling that the Kira left within me. Like there's a question, but I don't know what the question is. And I have to follow.
I can understand that. I know also that no matter what you choose at this time or later time, my offer as an ally in the fights of this spawn of evil that still exists will always be there. Not only because it's the right thing to do, but because it has also targeted me and mine. And I want it dead and buried.
It's what I felt down there in them pits. The ground is bitter. The ground is, lack of a better word, evil.
So we...
Most evil. And I need to be strong and I need to be powerful before it comes, I think. So right now, me and you are, for again, lack of a better word, I think we are linked. I have no answer to this. It's just, that's what feels right now. That might change. And I will do what I must.
I would expect nothing less. I walk over and extend my hand.
She gets up and she looks at you, and there's both youth and age in her eyes.
As someone who's become far older than anyone of her age should have been. Something that Chris technically can relate to.
As you shake hand, you hear one of Elizabeth's horrid, hungry cries as she's struggling with the beast. Amber jumps for a second. That's a painful cry. Is that
the result of my choice?
no?
Nikita only gave me the chance to spare one of your lives. I tried to save you, all of you. I failed in that. But I hope if whatever is up there is willing to at least save one more.
Well, I can only speak for me, and then I'm thankful that I still get
No
to
need.
follow my path.
We should try to find out more about this bit of ground you say, about this evil that permeates this city and its grounds. I will use my contacts and my resources to try to find stuff. I suggest you use yours. Keep an eye open and an ear to the ground.
I will. And I'm sure there's much you can teach me about this state I'm now in.
I'd be honored. Perhaps we should set a new meeting, let's say in 3 days' time, or 3 nights' time to be more precise.
Agreeable. Again, you hear the panicked, hungry cry of Elizabeth.
But if you excuse me, I need to go to see to my...
Of course.
My Elizabeth.
Of course.
She's in pain.
I can hear that. I'll leave you.
I'll lead her out and then head down into the basement to soothe the tormented soul with a guilty conscience the size of Texas, which I forget. Is it big or is it small?
Grand nonetheless. We're going to go to the second little scene with Amber in this interlude, which will be when, Christopher?
Well, let's say about a few months in. Let's say it's the third. Let's just say it's the third time he gives
the blood.
Yeah.
All right. Where?
Thus formalizing the blood bond.
Where are we doing the dirty deed?
For the sense of neutrality and air of being of common ground, I think he has invited her to. What is the hotel that he met Miss Savage at?
Was it a Hilton or Ritz?
I can't remember. Let's say the Ritz. Then.
Let's be fancy.
Yeah, let's be fancy. Take a suite at the Ritz.
The Amber you see now, or we see now, 3 months in, and 2 feeding of Christopher's blood, is a quite more resourceful, clever cat. Then it's very evident she feels a sense of familiarity and loyalty towards you. She doesn't walk in and scowls. She walks in, black pants, crop top, black jacket, full war makeup.
Good evening, Amber. Good to see you again.
Chris, good to see you.
Please. Let's start. I have so far not been able to unearth any more details or information about whatever evil there might be in this city. But I have some ideas, and I have begun a project that in the long term might yield some interesting results.
Well, someone's moved in there.
Yes, I know who's... Because this is after I gave her my blessing, right?
Oh, she just moved in and then got blessing.
Yeah. Okay, so someone's moved in, so that's okay. So I actually knew she was there before I gave blessing. Really? Do you know what? Who?
She looks like an undead Queen Elizabeth.
Nose gone.
A bunch of
manic look.
Bunch of hobos and a big fucking black crocodile. it's difficult
Queen
to
of
narrate the
Bones.
halls. The evil, they don't go there. I've managed to stay pretty much hidden. They don't get close to the epicenter of the vileness. They stay clear away.
That's good. I know who she is. She is one of our kind. She is not an ally of those who dwelt there before, but she is from the same clan. As I did tell you that we are, for a better word, structured into different clans with different sort of marks for our legacy.
I can tell you this though,
She is.
Chris. She walks around and she looks at the bar cabinet, pours herself a clear glass of vodka, downs it. She's interested in it. She's been sending these poor hobos in there to watch to see what happens to them. And I tell you this much, Christopher. If you thought Nikita looked bad, you should see what happens to them. The moment they touch the outer rim of that place, they cease to exist and they go full on nasty spirit. Whatever it is not contained. It seems chaotic.
That is the hotbed. I wonder now if, for the Dark Duke was always evil. I don't believe it. I have no problem believing that, but I do understand now what happened. I believe its grandchild called it. The Black Duke called it back and used the power of that place to do it. So when it came back, it was not just what it once had been. It brought something else with it.
It needs to be destroyed. That fucking thing killed the only person I've ever loved, that ever saw me.
We need to find out how to destroy it, because it's not just a thing, it's a place. We need. And I do not. My only contacts in my world that deals with these sort of things, I do not trust. I wouldn't trust it to go near that sort of power with by a mile. We need to be clever, Biss.
Might have a way. It means I need to leave for a minute. You gotta give me like 6 months here.
We can do that.
I need to go somewhere. I need to talk to someone.
No problem. Just a moment. JJ, I need you to deliver a hypodermic needle, and I need 6 vials, and one of those, what is it called, those ice bags that they use for organ transplants.
A small cooler, sir.
Sort of cooler that, yeah, that's cooked up to electrical.
Of course.
Delivered to the Suite 805.
She actually says it before you. Yeah, the Ritz. Sweet it out, and you're like, of course she knows.
Of course she does. Let me keep some semblance of autonomy here. It's like my mother all over again.
I'll have it for you there in half an hour, 20 minutes.
And he walks over to his like briefcase, like opens up, takes up, counts out $5,000 in hundreds. Here, you'll need some traveling money.
Oh, thanks.
And also here, and I give her a credit card as well.
Limitless?
No, it's not limitless. It's a normal credit card, but like it's auto paid each month.
I don't want to say too much right now. You just gotta trust me on this.
I can understand protecting one's soldiers and not opening too much. Just be careful, and also be careful about our little...
I know it's someone that hates your kind even more than I used to. Hence, I don't want to put this in any danger and that person in any danger.
Of course. When it comes to this Queen of Bones, who apparently has moved in there without will or legal resource, or even much just by your leave.
There was another fellow.
Trust me.
Oh shit! I forgot about him. I overheard. She said he was new to the city, but not yet introduced. She called him the Lock.
So that's why she never made the meeting. She embraced one of her own.
It didn't seem like they were super friends or family, but familiar for sure.
She always did want a child. Either she's created one without leave and it's gonna be, well, technically they are allowed if she has the clan supported it, or she's found some stray to take in. I'll give her a nod. I'll give her a meeting or two before she to introduce to explain herself, and if she doesn't, we'll have to broach the matter. Now, trust me on this. If I had my hands free, I would have liked to let her see the sun. She is dangerous and she is mad, but she's not stupid. She will not go tramping down there and all herself and risk whatever happens to those poor souls she sends down to happen to her. But she also extremely dangerous. She is old. She is cunning, and her power is not to be underestimated.
Oh no, she's.
I believe
she's
we
not,
should.
She's not ignorant or a fool. Whatever she's doing is very calculated, and the performance she's giving. Well, it's very much exactly that, a performance.
She's most dangerous. We shall watch her and bide our time. When the time comes, we will find a solution to the problem. But here's my chief concern. These poor people she sends down there. This is a grey area, just in a sense, because...
You need to get hold of... I don't know if you have any friendship with Kitty Cat, but that place now is spitting out dirty souls like it's hot bread, hot cakes.
I do believe that Sean has some dealings with her. I'll make sure the word is passed. And I'll make sure that a stern warning, not directed at her, of course, in any way, particular shape or form, particular, but to all our kinds, that mortals are not to be meddled with. Any risk of breaching the masquerade will be met with the most sincere punishment. That might slow her down a bit.
That's your table.
Well...
On that moment, there's a knock on a door, and what you have so request for, you see it's one of J.J. Gould's delivered, Malish.
Thank you, Walter. Have a good evening.
You too, Malish.
I'll bring it in. Sits it down. Now, since you will be traveling for a while, I thought it would be best to give you some supply in case something bad or unforeseen should happen, or we were separated too long.
Yeah, you need to give me my health potions.
Yep. But first, let's take care of tonight's dose. And remember, after this will be the third time. The bond between us will become even stronger. We will both feel each other more intently. We will be more attuned.
We both want the same thing, Christopher.
We do.
And if we are supposed to be able to do that, we need to be linked.
They will be linked, and we will be able to fully... What's the word? I won't say trust, because I do trust you, but there will be a reciprocity in it, is what I'm saying. What you feel, I will feel. What I feel, you will feel. Would you wish to... would you wish... Pinot Noir or Burgundy, perhaps, to mix it in? To take away the metallic taste?
Well, I'm a kind of straight up kind of girl. I don't use mixers. She sits down with a clear glass of vodka.
Yeah, he takes a glass, puts it, turns it away so he doesn't have to see it, and fills a good portion up into the glass and hands it to her.
Well, she grabs it and says, well, to health, luck, and fortune.
As Sean always says, Slainter.
Should drink.
And he walks over and then he fills another glass, and he takes up the hypodermic and he fills up 6 like vials and puts them down in the cooler. It'll run for short term on battery, but there's also a extension, you could plug it into into car cigarette lighter. Do you have a car?
Yeah.
Good.
When I know something, I'll message you. Don't expect phone calls. I do not know when I can.
Don't worry, I will not call you. You can call me. I don't wish not to disturb. But when you can, please do send me a word so I know that you're safe.
Good luck with your
And
kingdom.
take care.
She knows.
Once he walks over and puts my hand on her shoulder, like, take care. And
She actually does the same thing. You too. And she leaves the very lovely suite at the Ritz.
And when he's just left, Chris walks over, takes out his little black book, finds the address that is closest to here. Time for a little B&E.
Feeding time.
Breaking and eating.
Now we're going to go into the last of the scenes in this Amber story. And where are we going, Chris?
I would guess it's probably a few nights after the attack on Montgomery Masters' estate in the middle of the war.
The war.
If she's back by then.
Yeah. Well, she's just back by then.
Probably she calls him.
Well, we're going to start with that as she calls. You haven't heard anything from her. These 6 months, they turned into 9 months. Almost. Well, so we say like, 7, 8.
Yeah, that 8 would be about a year.
Yeah, 8 months. And you haven't heard anything for 3 months, and this has given you cause for concern. As you now standing in whatever you want to use as your war room.
Yes, actually, for his he's been staying at his old apartment, which during this year he's bought the entire building, but he's not taking them there. That's his private.
You need a
place.
private war room. You might even use the Elysium for that a specific or the glass tower. So the crystal tower. Is it glass?
Yeah,
crystal
so
tower?
probably now. Glass tower. So there's probably now. So now it's probably. So you probably. How many are gathered? Is it just his or like money?
Oh, yeah.
Because if it's just his, it's in a circle, then you can have it at the glass tower.
Yeah, but you have JJ there. Catalina is there. Sean is there. But he
Catalina
is about to leave with Catalina.
Yeah, Catalina can make way to there. I mean, she wanted to be kept close as one part of her deals, and I'm glad to honor it for now.
But the meeting has been a journey. You see, both Sean and Catalina because they need to go. This Leo, the lion, has been causing quite the ruckus, and there's been sleeper cells all over the city.
And I tell you, Sean, it's like playing whack-a-mole with his little runts.
He just grins with yellow eyes as he whispers something to Catalina. And she smiles savage. You know she hungers for vengeance after her brother-in-arms died so gruesomely.
He's secretly pleased at that because it'll build loyalty, if not to him, at least antagonism towards them.
It seems so. Sean and Catalina, since that night, have been working very tight knit.
Who knows if he can get a few more, if he can bring him a tad more back to his human side, maybe he'll find someone else to replace his.
How bloodthirsty they are at the minute. I'm not sure humanity is top on their list.
No. But Chris is thinking more that replace that the danger for Angela for his obsession with her. Maybe it's better to have his feelings transferred upon someone with a bit more capable to withstand his predatory nature.
As they leave, Miss Savage is not there. For other reasons, we might talk about that at another point. JJ, on the other hand, says, "Sir, there's someone downstairs demanding entry."
Bring it up on the video screen.
You see Amber standing there yelling at a guard, and you see almost like fire coming. You can see the smoke coming out of her eyes as she's clearly
Hit the
agitated.
intercom. I hit the intercom. Let her in.
Of course, my prince.
I was beginning to worry for the little pup. She'd been gone far too long.
Is that JJ, sir? No, is that Amber, sir?
Yes.
She yet lives.
In a bit of a state, I see.
Hmm.
She's a resourceful, that one. A good investment. Maybe I should see her alone. She seems a bit...
As you wish, my liege.
volatile.
I will continue with that task you wanted me to deal with.
Do that.
Of course.
Do that. The one potential address we found.
My liege?
I'll talk to some contacts of mine not affiliated with Vampire Society. I will pay the visit at noon tomorrow with some gasoline and some matches. If there's anyone there, I'll get a rough surprise.
Resourceful, my liege. Of course. As she walks out, past her, you see Amber pushes in. Just...
Amber, I walk to walk, like arms open. I began to worry.
She almost like runs a bit and embraces you like old friends.
Yeah. He embraces her back like fatherly. Like, come. Have a seat.
She looks older again. It's been a ride. It's the city. It's blood in the streets.
I know. They came for us. There's a war within Vampire Society. This is why I said that a firm order, a controlled leader, order stability is what is best for people. This is what happens when young bloods think that rules do not matter. Not just because they're vampires, they can set themselves higher and will be more important than anything and everyone else. But we will win. We will bring back order, stability, and we will end the bloodshed.
She taps you on the shoulder.
Good you came here. My
I
home was burnt to the ground, so
I had to come immediately, and it's been a ride. I've seen things. I've been to the other side. I've seen things.
But you're safe. You've not been injured or hurt in any way.
No. I'm as safe as I can be. I've got some information. I think I might know a way to not necessarily cleanse that place, but to shut it down.
Anything is better than nothing. And shutting it down would certainly, at the very least, give us more time. At the best, solve the problem. So we can only need to keep an eye on it to make sure that it stays dormant.
Whatever I've learned on my travels, she walks around, she throws a backpack on the table, but she almost holds it like a little golem-esque, like she doesn't want to let go of it. There are other supernatural creatures that could. But the consequence for you and your kind, and I don't know, it might be worse. I'm not sure. What I'm working on is, it's a lack of a better word again. It's like a board.
So sort of bottle it up, contain
like
it.
You put a gin in a bottle and you put a massive cork in it. And if you just keep it safe, keep it guarded, it won't be able to do what it's doing. It might not also lessen it's like a pulse. It's like a black heart in the ground.
Calling out to all evil and hellspawn to congregate in this city would explain why this place feels
Kitty Cat was
cursed.
saying. It's like this city. Like the hunters never got a foothold here because there's so much fucking wild. Like the gauntlet's so thin. There's all sorts of creepy crawlies in all corners.
Whatever the cost it might be to me and my kind, I believe it would be worth paying. We can, to put it this way, what happened with the Dark Duke and the Black Duke shows just how vulnerable our kind as well are to these evil
It is. It's like a
entities.
it's like a pollution, like a virus. Like a virus for
We are,
supernaturals. It is. I've learned so much. What I need from you, Christopher, I need a safe accommodation, far from prying eyes, and I need resources. And I'm going to ask for things, and you cannot deny me. This is what we wanted. She
that is
slams
fine.
her hand on the table.
Don't worry about that. I'm thinking about more details. Where, how far from prying eyes? Does it need to be in the city?
Well, I need access to be able to get to the city, well, like in an hour.
How big does it need to be?
I need to be able to set up almost like a laboratory kind of setting.
I believe I can help with that. There's an unused small warehouse, more like a back room connected to a butcher shop over in North and in Little Italy, that is vacant.
Excellent.
It should be far from prying eyes, and it's, from a mortal standpoint, it's protected. So, police or authority, at the very least, will keep their eyes away from it, and no interloping thieves or hoodlums or anyone would dare trespass on it.
I can't say to you when I will have the solution. I'm just saying after this time, this is the first glimmer of hope I have to be able to do something about it.
You bring me good news in a time when I needed it. But please tell me that you believe that this might work, that it might ensure that you become safe from Nikita and her hauntings, and that we will have a chance to be left alone. And he's going to use a little bit of, not overtly dominate, but just a little nudge to make her sure that she's just able to judge that she's being truthful or not. I'm not going to try to manipulate. I'm just going to make sure that
you feel
trust
she's
her.
very truthful. If I think I'm right with this, it might even hinder the effect of the ones affected.
That is good news.
I'm not going to oversell
I'll
this.
make sure.
I'm just saying but my research and what I've been given, there's hope.
Good to hear. I have started my little project that I talked to you about as well. It's not paid out in any dividends now, but it might. Let us just say that I have become a patron of some scholars, and are currently financing some archaeological excavations and such like that might unearth things that could help us. I'll send you along anything pertinent, anything that might be pertinent that comes out of that end.
We might still
but now
save this city. You just get rid of this pesky little war you're having, and we can get on with what we're supposed to get on with.
Trust me, it'll end soon. We'll crush him. And when we do, violence will recede, and everyone can go back to their normal lives, and we can go back to making this city a healthy one, for all our sakes. But no, my dear, you must be hungry.
Stop.
He goes and finds a big chalice, and then gives plentiful.
And I take it straight up.
Of course, my dear. Yeah. It might have a particular fiery taste to it now. It's been some hectic days, and what can I say? My blood has been up.
Like a fine wine.
Like a spicy Rioja.
She imaginary clinks to Boston then.
To Boston.
When she drinks. And on that note, the curtain is drawn. Curtain falls. The curtain is drawn. On these little looks into Embers' journey from the end of season 2 and up until the start of the war. And as always, thank you very much, Tai. Good job,
Oh,
well
no, thank
done.
you. It's been great fun. Always fun. And thanks to all for watching.
Yes, and all you beautiful people, please comments, follow, likes. We do so much appreciate it. And yeah, and also if you have any like I don't know, thoughts of insights or wants for scenes that you think could be necessary to have a look at in these 5 years, I'm all ears. I would like to know.
Oh, that'd be very
Yeah,
fun.
to see if
That'd
you
be very
guys,
fun. If they have any,
yeah.
like, what would you like to see from us
Of
doing?
course, it's like I'm
Please
giving it over
comment.
to you. If there's something that you will want to see, these are my little puppets, and I can make them dance. I know,
That
I
we
know.
can. Dance,
That's
little
funny.
monkeys.
Well, until next time, stay safe and take care of each other. And we will see you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye.